What's up guys, Inferno here. I'm sorry I'm uploading a video this late. I did have something else planned, but the video was a bit too long for YouTube to allow, so I'm bringing you a different video. Ever since the release of my top 10 favourite Pokemon video, I thought I'd do separate top 10 favourite Pokemon videos by starting with my top 10 favourite Pokemon from Generation 1. I am going to turn this into a series, so I hope you look out for future videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video. At number 10, we have Gengar. Now, just look at Gengar's design and tell me that it's not awesome. If you don't find it awesome, please leave. I'm kidding. I just really love Gengar. It's such a good Pokemon. I heard its Mega is banned in competitive, which, by the way, I love Gengar's Mega. Gengar is just a great Pokemon. It's a glass cannon, though. That's the main reason why it's at number 10. If you don't know what a glass cannon is, it's basically something that can destroy, but it can easily be destroyed. But Gengar is still a great Pokemon, and I just can't leave it out of this top 10. Number 9, we have Arcanine. Now, I don't know any people at all that hate Arcanine. If you actually do like Arcanine, tell me down below, because I don't know anybody that hates Arcanine. Arcanine is such an amazing Pokemon. I love its design, kind of like a lion and a tiger fused together with a dog. It's great. I love fire types. I tend to use one when I play through Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and I just think Arcanine is such an amazing Pokemon, and I just love Arcanine. At number 8, we have Gyarados. Now, Gyarados is definitely a great Pokemon. Its design is amazing. From a weak Magikarp into a fierce Gyarados, that is quite cool, if you ask me. Definitely one of the better Gen 1 designs. And its Mega is so badass. I have a competitive Gyarados. I've got actually 2 competitive Gyarados. I've got one which is level 50 and it's not shiny, but I have one that's level 100 and is a shiny, which I use as much as I can, and it always comes in handy when I face against tough opponents, and Gyarados can easily sweep the entire competition in its Mega. At number 7, we have Aerodactyl. Now, I'm not usually too fond of the fossil Pokemon. They're okay, but I don't really use them in a playthrough. But, oh boy, was Aerodactyl probably the best fossil Pokemon that ever existed. The main thing that shot on, for me, for Aerodactyl was its Mega. If you haven't guessed by now, I love Mega Evolutions. Aerodactyl's Mega Evolution is so amazing. If you give it its Mega with the Tough Claws ability, and give it Stone Edge, Aerial Ace, and give it Thunder Fang and Fire Fang, you're going to destroy quite a lot of the competition. Aerodactyl is so amazing, and I couldn't resist keeping out of this top 10. At number 6, we have Lapras. Now, Lapras reminds me a lot of Arcanine. I don't know many people that hate Lapras. I just think it's a well-designed Pokemon. I just wish it was better in competitive. Look at Lapras and tell me it doesn't look like it can destroy in competitive. Yeah, but it does. So Lapras is such a great Pokemon. I use one every time I go into Heart Gold or Soul Silver. It's great. It's definitely got a lot of great potentials. It's good against Jasmine and Steelix. It's good against Lance's Pokemon. Pretty much all of his Pokemon other than his Gyarados. He is great against Blaine with his Fire type Pokemon. I can name so many scenarios with Lapras that he can just destroy the entire field. And that's just one of the main reasons why I love Lapras. At number 5, we have Mewtwo. Now imagine this. I was just a kid that couldn't defeat Reds in any way, shape or form. So I was just wandering around the Kanto region, not knowing that Mewtwo existed. So I went into the Cerulean Cave to level up my Pokemon a bit, to see if there's any decent Pokemon around, and also to see if there are any Pokemon that could level up my team. And yet did I discover that there was a Mewtwo inside the cave. And I did capture it on the first attempt, I think. I can't really remember, so it happened quite a long time ago. And after I captured it, it just destroyed the entire competition. It destroyed so many of Red's Pokemon that it destroyed his Pikachu, his Charizard and Snorlax, I think, and my other Pokemon took out the rest. Mewtwo's a great Pokemon. I love his Mega Evolutions. I'm more of a fan of X than Y. I know many people prefer Y than X, but I definitely prefer X. Especially when he gains the fighting type, right? To me, Mewtwo Y is just so stupid. It basically has its tail on his head. It's just so unnecessary, I think. Still, Mewtwo is a great Pokemon, and I love it to pieces. At number 3, we have Venusaur. Now, Venusaur has got to be my second favourite Final Evolves Kanto starter. If you want to know what my number 1 is, you'll have to wait until, number 1. I just love Venusaur. It's definitely the second and best Kanto starter that there is. Definitely, I don't get why it's so underrated. So many people don't like Bulbasaur through Venusaur. They're all about Charizard and Blastoise. I see their thoughts on it, but I still think that Venusaur has its highlights. Venusaur does great in a Kanto playthrough. It does great against the first 3 gym leaders. And by then, you'll have so many other Pokemon that can help you with Bulbasaur's weaknesses. And it does great against Giovanni in the last gym. Sorry, guys. And I just think that Venusaur is such a great Pokemon, and its Mega is so badass. And that's not the best part. When I was searching for a Bulbasaur on the island scan in Sun and Moon, on the first attempt, I found a shiny Bulbasaur. I'm not sure if it was Sun and Moon or not Sun and Ultra Moon, but it was one of the two. And I just couldn't believe my eyes. And once I captured it, his nature was pretty bad. But I still have him. I still love him. I just think Venusaur is a great Pokemon. At number 2, we have Snorlax. Now, if you did see my top 10 favourite Pokemon, this one shouldn't be a surprise to you. Just Snorlax is an amazing Pokemon. Its design is great. I didn't really think much of Snorlax when I first got introduced to him. It was okay, and it was pretty good in battle, but I didn't really use him. I just used him for Heart Gold and Soul Silver so I can use him for Rock Climb. And I didn't really use him for much else. But my true interest for Snorlax I just got into Snorlax once I was trying to build a very powerful team, and I found out that Snorlax is great and competitive. If you give him the Adamant Nature, Thick Fat ability, with Curse, Return with Max Happiness, Giga Impacts, and Crunch, and give it the Snorlax Z. That Snorlax will destroy pretty much anything. That Snorlax on my team is probably the MVP. Close second as my Mega Mawile, but I just love Snorlax and I couldn't imagine my team without him. And finally, at number 1, we have Charizard. Call me a cliche if you must. I don't care. I just love Charizard. If you haven't guessed, Fire-type is my favourite type. And Charizard is such a great Pokemon. I mainly got hooked from him when I saw Ash's Charizard. Again, call me a cliche, I don't care. I just love seeing like Ash's Charizard going through the most growth, if that makes sense. Like the first time I actually saw Charizard, well mainly Ash's Charizard, was when I was watching through the Johto series, and I really liked Ash's Charizard. It was a bit odd to see him go through the Charcific Valley, but it wanted to get stronger, and there you go. And I think it's great. It has so many wins under its belt. The most notable ones was probably its win against Gary's Blastoise when it beat Articuno. It didn't really do much in the battle of the Battle Frontier, because it only managed to beat an Articuno and lost to a Dusclops, which I think is so stupid. It's cool to see him bring him cool to see Ash bring him back for Unova, but I didn't really see the point. And if you haven't guessed by now, like Unova, like Black and White series was just so stupid. Like I didn't really get the point of it. Like I just hated that series, but Charizard is still cool. I love Charizard's Mega Evolution. I've got a shiny Charizard, which I use for his Mega. I used the Mega X, and it's got the Jolly Nature, and I gave him Fire Punch, Dragon Claw, Roost, and Earthquake. That Charizard helped me a lot through the Battle Maison, and I can't imagine and Charizard not being here on the team. And there you have it, guys, my top 10 favourite Pokemon from Generation 1. Like I said, I'm going to turn this into a series, so Gen 2 is coming up next. Just thought I'd give you a heads up, though. I'm going back to college tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to upload as frequently as I would like, but I will upload as much as I can. So, until the next video, this is Infernape, signing off. Bye!